Hi, everyone. This is Phil Travis, and this announcement is for the 60s. And this week, I'm going to make this announcement a little bit short because I've managed to acquire some kind of stomach bug, and I'm not feeling very good at the moment. So I will just make this kind of short. I want to make sure you get your factoid, though, get that extra credit bonus point. Um, so this week, we are reading chapter 10 from The Age of Great Dreams, our textbook, our Farber main textbook. This week we're going to be talking about the election and then the policy and presidency of Richard Nixon. And I have for you a documentary film on the home front of the United States um, during the Vietnam War, and I also have a lecture of my own for you on Richard Nixon, his presidency, and his policies. So this week, reading Farber, The Age of Great Dreams, Chapter 10. The factoid for this week is this. The 1960s, of course, is associated with the emergence to a large degree of a lot of very significant um, activist movements, consumer rights, the feminist movement, the civil rights movement, and so on. And one of the ones that's not usually remembered as well is the origin of what is today called the LGBTQ movement, which began in the 1960s. And the LGBTQ movement um, really began following a riot in Greenwich Village, New York. So in 1969, on June 28th, 1969, New York police raided an establishment called the Stonewall Inn. And following the raid on the Stonewall Inn, which was seen as a raid against the homosexual community in, in Greenwich Village, New York, massive, really spontaneous protests occurred, sometimes referred to as the Stonewall Riots. And the Stonewall Riots then really created the basis, at least for what we today consider the foundation of the modern LGBTQ movement. And so the 60s often associated with a myriad of different types of civil activism, civil rights, feminism, consumer rights, environmental protection, and also, of course, the origins of the LGBTQ movement, which is traced to, and of course, also the Native American rights movement, the Chicano movement. But the LGBTQ movement is the factoid for this week, and it traces its roots to the so-called Stonewall riots following a police raid on the Stonewall Inn on June 28th, 1969. All right, everybody, let's have a great week. Send me that factoid no later than Wednesday by midnight. Please watch the documentary film and, of course, watch my lecture this week. It'll really help you grasp the topic and the discussion forum for this week. Let's have a great week.